Not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, said the Lord of hosts. Not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, said the Lord of hosts. See this paper? Not by might nor by power. Not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, said the Lord of hosts. That's found in Zechariah chapter 4, verses 4 through, Zechariah chapter 4, verse 6, but I suggest that you read Zechariah chapter 4, verses 4 through 6. Uh, Notice the day after the Sabbath, the first day, I have seen a lot of dreams, and a lot of dreams I wasn't able to write down, and a lot of dreams I wasn't able to write down thoroughly. But I have those dreams for you. Man. The Lord God had seen and taught me just this weekend. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. But there ain't nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do. All you can do is get back in the binds of the forever covenant. All right. Well, all I can do is just tell it to you, and uh, that's on you. All right. Okay. I told you the tunnel dream. Yeah, I went through this tunnel, and on the other side they had cakes prepared for those who wanted it to stay and hear the lesson. But I suppose they was of the Lord. Um, they had a lot of people gathered. The people, I seen this tunnel. And then through this tunnel, you look, I thought I told you this dream, but that's all right. So they had a tunnel. So I get into the tunnel at the other end, you can see it's a big old tunnel. You can see it's not none of those small tunnels where you see a little light. No, it's a huge tunnel. And on the other side, you can see these people. So I went through this tunnel, and on the other side, they had cakes prepared. So as soon as I get out there, as soon as I get out the tunnel, on the other side, they had cakes, like birthday cakes and different cakes like that. And they had those cakes prepared. So as I look at the cakes, I turn to the right. So I see this woman that's giving, this woman that was giving a lesson. But she had one of those big old bowls where you just turn and flip the whole thing over. So that's what she had. So let's see. To hear the lesson, but I suppose they were of the Lord. So I had a lot of people gather. A woman was teaching a class. She read out of this book. Now she was reading out the book. It wasn't a Bible. It was a book. And they had two men who looked black, two black men that was on the side. So as they saw me, they was teaching the man who was with the woman the things that were in the Bible and what they mean and what they say. And then when they saw me, they left. Yeah, man. When I was when I was over there on that piece of dirt, they had a guy that was in the hotel with me. Me and him became pretty tight over the period of time. But the people was come there, and he would teach them the different things of the Bible, and they would pay him for it. That's what they did. But anyway, it wasn't that situation. I don't know if that was the situation in this thing there. But anyway, so when the two men saw me, they left. So I look at this large bowl where they had the papers, and they flip over, and pages flip over, and they had the kids and the children who was sitting down listening. And then I woke up from that dream because she was doing the same thing, man, regurgitating the same stuff. And then they had that large thing. I seen it before when I was in school and all like that. And we just take and flip that paper over to the next and go on. So they're still doing that. Still doing that. All right, next dream. I had a large group of girls pass by me, and they went down to the corner by a friend house. And I walked down the street by them, and they was having some kind of event. So I left, and I didn't want someone thinking that, because they're children. So I didn't want nobody to think that I was stalking them or any bad things. So after a while, I went and visited the house where my friend lived. And I just walked in the house. Walk up the stairs. And it was no, how you walk in some buildings and you just have a staircase and just walk straight up the stairs. So that's the type of building it was. So I went and walked straight up the staircase and went in there. So I am waiting on him to put on his shirts and shoes, the guy who I was going to meet. The door next, I just opened up the cabinet doors. So when I opened up the cabinet doors, they was filled, man. They was barging out really as soon as you open up. They didn't fall on me, but they were full to the brim. But anyway, yeah, there was. So anyway, they had all types of dry foods in there. You know, foods that you can keep for a long period of time. That's what they had in there. So they had all type of dry foods, like for an event to take place. When I shut the cabinet, my friend asked me, "You want to see something?" And so yeah, as soon as I shut the cabinet door, I have a friend to see, "You want to see something?" I said, "Yes." So he walks over. No, I didn't say yes. Before I could see, he had to walk over me and took a needle and took that needle and he pushed it straight through my finger, straight through my finger, and pulled it back out. But I didn't feel it. Didn't feel it. I said, "Oh, that's a nice trick." Then he goes to get his shirt. So they have this. I don't know if this his mom and his dad. I don't know if it was mom and dad because they was young also. And they were sitting. They were standing by the kitchen cabinet, the counter with the safe, the cabinet with the faucet at. So that's where they were standing up and leaning against that. I asked this woman, man, they see me look in the cabinet, see me look in the cabinet. I should have asked them, do they have any water? So I walk up to them and say, "Do you have any water?" And so now I turn to the right and I see 3 bottles in the basket, 3 bottles of water in the basket. They just stand up there leaning on the counter in front of the sink. Now they just look at me. They didn't answer no question. Yeah, so they just look at me. They didn't ask, didn't do anything. They didn't reply nothing about the water. So next, my friend, he comes out putting on a black T-shirt. So as he put on that black T-shirt, now his back is away from me. Yeah, I can't see. You know, he just put on his shirt. I can't see his face, not his back. So, so the man who I asked for the water comes over and points to the stairs and going downstairs. He say, "You have to." That's what he told me. He pointed to going down to the stairs. Same, you know, came up one staircase, going down the next staircase, dark and black down there, but you know, it's a staircase. And yeah, then point to the stair going down, says, "You have to leave now." And I walked down the stairs and I woke up from that dream. I'm gonna explain, you know, I'm gonna explain the dream, not explain the dream to you, but I'm gonna tell you the dream again. They had this group of girls, they looked like Girl Scouts or something like that, with their little things on, little dresses on, and, you know, guess they had on sweaters or something like that. And that color, they had that green color. And all of them was passing in front of my door, going down the corner, and they was gathered there, a group of them was gathered together, and they were doing different type of things. So I didn't want to stay down there, think I'm stalking, being a pervert or something like that. So I just leave and go back. And then after a while, I go back down there because they hadn't left. So I go back down and go just walk in my friend's house up the stairs. So when I go up the stairs, just walk in the house, go up the stairs. So as I go up the stairs, get up the stairs, and be around man and woman leaning on the counter. And he was there and everything. And I just opened up the kitchen cabinet. The kitchen opened up and it's stacked. I mean, it's stacked from the bottom to the top. It's like bulging out and everything's in there. But it was all like dry. It was like the romaine noodles, colors, and they had like things of that nature in there. And so I shut the cabinet. As soon as I shut the cabinet, friend said, "You want to see the trick?" Uh, and I, no, I don't think he said, I think he said, "You want to see something?" And before I could answer, he had just walked over there and took a needle and shove it up my finger. Just shove it up my finger. I see the needle come on out the other side. Then he pull it back down. And I said, "Nice trick," because I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel anything. Then he said he was going to get his shirt. So as he was going to get his shirt, they had this, I don't know if it was his parents or not, because you know, he's up in age, and man, he looked like he was in his 20s. And people that's on the counter, they look pretty like in that same age group, like in their 30s, something like that. So they had on the counter, so I would walk over and say, "You have any water?" And just like that, and they look at me, and then I look to the right, and they have this basket, and this basket had 3 bottles of water, like a little liter of water, like they sell over there in the Middle East. They have bottles like that. But anyway, so as they doing that, my friend comes out and he has this black t-shirt and he putting on his t-shirt and everything. And then after that, they say, the man never asked me about giving me water. And then he just say, they go there, point to the stairwell and point down, say, now, you have to leave now. Just like that. Just like that, man. I'm telling you, bro, y'all messing around, but it's over with. Yeah, I hope I'm gonna explain everything to you. But it's over with, man. You gotta repent with your whole heart. Keep all his commandments and enter back in the bonds of forever covenant. Israel. All y'all better do it because it's salvation. I'm not just talking to all people. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. You flesh and blood. I'm talking to you. That's right. You man, woman, child, and whoever you hear this voice, I hear this message. That's who I'm talking to. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you, but you call yourself. I don't care what you call yourself. You better look at yourself. Understand yourself. All right. Well, so that's one of the dreams. So next dream, I have to come unto this house. Let's say I have to come unto this house, but I have to come into this house. Others are there. All he see, all yeah, they have this man come into the house. Others are there. All he see of the women, of this woman, he said, okay, come with me. So we walk in, the man comes into the house, and they have other people in the house. And I don't know, I can't tell you what went on before that because you know how dreams are, but they remember all that. So the part I remember him coming into the house and see this woman. He said, we have other men and me there also, but he tells this woman, come with me. And so we come in there with the woman, and she goes into the back room. He goes into the back room and put his things down. The woman, she say she is leaving. The man tell her she can't and throw her down on the bed. She then start fighting with him, and man, they was fighting. I'm talking about I'm talking about the flipping with the gun and all like that. Man, I'm telling you, they was fighting. Both of them head on black, and both of them were just tossing each other and flipping and fighting. I mean, they were fighting. They're fighting. She takes up a weapon, and boy, she take up that weapon. It looks like a pump action shotgun. So yeah, pump action. So she with the grip on it. I'm talking about now with the handle grip, hand grip on it. So she starts shooting this weapon and hitting him in the face, and it's like a ball come like a large pellet ball come out, like a BB large pellet ball come out, and it penetrates his face, and the other man come in, they see what was going on, and I wake up. But man, she hit him twice with that gun. I mean, she took it, boom, and hit him again, boom, and I could see his face. No blood or nothing came out. All I could see is that red eye like in the Terminator, and that's the type of weapon that she was using too, just like in the Terminator weapon. And boy, she hit him twice. And the first time it blew off some face, second time, and his eye was still there, but his eye was a red eye and looked like, just like in the Terminator, it looked like it was exactly like that. And it was that eye, that red eye, but you know, the thing was with no blood or nothing, it was a robot. Yeah, well, cyborg, I guess they say. That's what it was, cybernetics, and that's what it was, man, I'm telling you. So these things are ready to prepare. I'm telling you, they're out there now, and these things are going on because God is showing me. All right. Next, there was a long dream here, but like I said, I couldn't remember all because I was lying down, and you know, you be seeing those dreams and everything, and you be lying down, you don't want to get up. You don't want to break up. That's you, because when you dream, you're in a good sleep. That's a strong sleep. When you're in that dreaming, that's a good strong sleep, man. You hate to get up from that. For that, write something down. Then you're dreaming, you want it to continue on. So it was one of those type of things. So, but anyway, so I got in the car, and so when we get to the forest, see, I was going to this forest, but I made a stop, and I was at this house where these people that knew me, and they had this woman who seduced. She was trying to who seduced me and kidnapped me. That's what she said. I didn't have sex or nothing, but you know, a person could seduce you without having sex. Oh, come with me. Come on, let's go do something. Let's do this here. and you think they're all for you, but they're really not. So let's just let me finish. So this woman who had seduced me and kidnapped me, she wanted to have sex with me, but I didn't want to have sex with her. And she took me and drove off with me in this car. That's what she did. She took me and drove off in this car, man. And I woke up from that dream. But I couldn't, man, I couldn't, just couldn't. It was a dream, man. I didn't want to have sex with her, but she wanted to have sex with me, boy. And she would oh man, I had so many dreams for you. I didn't know I wrote down this many dreams. But anyway, so let me go it on. Cause this dream here, and like I tell you, all the dreams I tell you, and I'm speaking to you about, all these dreams, people are prepared, they're ready, they're about to go to war. And you're gonna be in that state, and you got to keep telling the old man, you can't stay here. You can't stay here, because you stay here, you're gonna be in that tribulation. And that's what the Lord God told you. Let's go there right fast before I continue on with these dreams. Let's go, because Lord God, can God lie? That's one thing. That's a one thing God, another thing God cannot do, lie. So let's go there. Let me see. Yeah, because you are in the illusion that it's gonna go well, but it's not gonna go well. You listen to all these lies, these pastors and preachers teaching, but they, man, all right, okay. So all I can do is give it to you like the Lord God give it to you. Now, I have read all that to you, but we going to go in the book of Revelation. Yeah, well, yeah, because you need to know this, man. You think it's not what you think it is. Now I'm gonna finish reading that to you, because these people have done you down. Don't worry, I've been there too, bro. I've been there too. I'm not just telling you that to be telling you that. I'm in the same situation that you are. I was in the same situation that you are in. And these things, okay. So we're going to Ezekiel chapter 14, verse 21. I wanted to go to book of Revelation. I want to look for that too. But Ezekiel chapter 14, verse 21. So let's go. That's what the Lord God said. For thus said the Lord, go. How much more when I send you for so judgment upon Jerusalem? The sword, the famine, the awesome beast, the pestilence, to cut off from it man and beast. That's not the one I'm looking for. I'm gonna find. Because you need to know this, and this, because this is the time you're living in. Yeah, you're living in this time, and this, all I can do is give it to you as the Lord God has given it to me. And man, you don't want to. I don't understand what you don't want to do, because God is a merciful God. God is a good God, man. Oh, man, come on, man. God is merciful. He's a good God. Oh man, the only reason why I can't find this because for the Lord God. All right, let's see. Let me see. Because the Lord God told for this to ever go to the sword, to the famine, to the pestilence. And that's what Lord God mean that. Okay. Lord God mean that. All I can do. All I can do is give it to you like He has to give it to me. And I just keep warning and tell you over and over again that one day what's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. And there ain't nothing you're gonna do. All right, so let's do this one here. Let's go to Revelation. Yeah, well, Revelation chapter 22. Okay, and he said unto me, seal not the saying of the prophecy of this book, for the time is at hand. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still, and he which is filthy, let him be filthy still, and he that is righteous, let him be righteous still, and he that is holy, let him be holy still. And behold, I come quickly with my reward with me, and I give every man according as his work shall be. I am Alpha Omega, uh, at the beginning and the first and last. So that was the Lord God telling you, but that's not the one that I really want to show you about. Just trying to get to you. I'm just trying to get to you, so I'm not going to be able to find it right now. Maybe some other time when I'm not paying attention, I'll find it. But the Lord God tell you, this will coming out. Those who go to the sword, let them go to the sword, to the famine, to the famine, to the pestilence, to the pestilence, and to the gnawsome beast. That was the Lord God telling you. I just finished reading that. Let's go back to that. Then we can go to that one, okay? Let's go back to Ezekiel chapter 14. Yeah. Let's go to Ezekiel. I think it's Ezekiel chapter 14. Let me see. So now saying, because the whole earth is going to be like this here. For the Lord said, Lord, how much more do I send so judgment on Jerusalem? But he's sending those judgments on the whole world, to the sword, to the sword, to the famine, to the famine. Let me see if I can find it that way. The reason why I'm taking my time to do this because man, it's here. It's here now. And I seen it, Lord God, and showed it to me, and it's here now. All right, well, let's see. Well, I mean, I'm trying to find it so you can see, man. You in a very dangerous time, and he said, well, how do you know that? Because I know who I am. Okay, well, I mean, well, we'll see. I'll see. All right. Let's see. Jeremiah chapter 15, verse 2. Jeremiah chapter 15, verse 2. Well, we start at verse 1. Then said the Lord unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind could not be toward this people. Cast them out of my sight and let them go forth. And it shall come to pass, they say unto thee, whether shall we go forth? Then thou shalt say to them, thus say the Lord, such are for the debt to the debt, such are for the sword to the sword, such are for the famine to the famine, such are for the captivity unto the captivity. And I will appoint over them 4 kinds, said the Lord, the sword to slay, the dog to tear, and the fowls of heaven, the beasts of earth to devour and to destroy. And that's the Lord God telling you this day. I'm not telling you this. This God telling you to. All right, well, listen to this. So let's go. Let's go to, and I will appoint over them 4 kinds, said the Lord. Just trying to read that. So let's go to verse 4. And I'll cause them to remove to all, that's us, all the kingdom of earth, because of Manasseh, son of Hezekiah, the king of Jerusalem, for which he did in Jerusalem. So the reason why I'm telling you is, let's skip down to verse 9 of that. Jeremiah chapter 15. So we're going to verse 9. She that had borne several languages and have given up the ghost, the sun is gone down while it's yet day. See that? And if she had been ashamed and confounded, the residue of them will I deliver to the sword before the enemy, said the Lord. And so that's the Lord telling what he's going to do to you. And that's in this day, that's in the day now. Now you got to read all that to you, man. Oh, man. Because I want to stick with which way I'm going, because this not no regular things. But anyway, so I just wanted to get to that, because these people they are prepared. Yeah, them boys and everything are prepared. Let's finish reading the dream. So this is the dream. This is the dream. Now just listen. All right, I can't remember the dreams. I was walking. I can't remember the dreams. I was walking. I heard a loud explosion. Boom! Boy, that bomb went off. It went off, and I laid down on the ground. I couldn't move. I couldn't feel nothing. All I could hear the man walking, and I could hear his shoes. Yeah, as he's walking on the glass. And I could see the park behind me. Explosion so big and loud, man, it shook me. It shook me. I mean, it shook me. So, sometimes things can happen, and it'll shake you to the core. And it was one of those type of things. But all I know, how you can remember things and you be in the situation you can remember. Just like if you walking down the street and all of a sudden something traumatic happened and then you can't remember nothing. So that's what it's like. All I can hear is that loud boom going on. And I'm on the ground. That's it. I woke up and I'm on the ground. And so I hear this man. I know it's a man because I can hear the footstep, how he walking. And he wasn't coming around. I don't hear no howling, no screaming. I don't hear none of that. And all I hear is man to walking to see if he had to complete his task, come to see if I was dead. That's what he was. And I was lying down there and I could see a park across the street. Now I want to say Central Park, but it could be a park that was in Houston also that I seen. I can't tell you because, you know, once you start traveling, man, once you start traveling, could be a park I saw in, could be a park I saw in, I want to say Haifa. Okay, Haifa. It had to be at Haifa. I know I didn't see it television. It might have been a park I saw in Haifa. So anyway, so it was across the street from a park, and I was laying down, and I had on a gray coat. I had on gray pants, and I had a long gray coat. I mean, a long one, the kind that go all the way down almost to your ankles. I had that on. My hair was black, and all I could do, couldn't do nothing, couldn't feel nothing. I couldn't do nothing. I couldn't feel nothing like your hands, your feet, your toes, and you know your body. You know you can feel your body when your body is alive and moving. But like I said, I wasn't dead because I could hear. I just couldn't move nothing. I could hear, and so that's what happened. So that's the dream. Now just let's go to the next dream, man. I'm telling these things are happening. These things are prepared for you, and you just I don't know. I hope that you're getting this urgent message out. And like I said, man, go get your man. See this paper here, not by might, not by power, but by my spirit. And if you have to start keeping God's holy covenant, and you read this paper and start keeping the holy, if you can't read this paper and not keep God's holy covenant, because if you read this paper and you do it the instruction and do it as thus say the Lord God, you're gonna have a blessing, a tremendous blessing. And you're gonna be saying, man, I should have been doing this. Well, that's all I can tell you. Because once you get back and keeping God, sabotage God, sabotage the Sabbath, keep that holy covenant, and God start explaining things and showing things unto you. And then you just take that paper, go get your 300 copies made, the same thing. Don't add on it, don't take away from it. Get your 300 copies made and just give it out. And then you're going to understand that once you do that, that's just a step of just being obedient. You ain't, I'll get into that a little later. But anyway, so next dream. I was walking around the corner. I seen this old white man with this cabinet open. That's all. He was standing there, and he had a cabinet open. He had white hair and everything, and he had the bottom of this cabinet open. Wasn't a tall cabinet, a little small cabinet. Like I want to say a nice thing, but it might not have been a nice thing. And he had the bottom, the drawers was shut, and the bottom part of the cabinet had open, and he was selling it, and I think it had number 25 on it. If I'm not mistaken, it had 25 written on it. And I turned the corner and went to this house, and they had this man that was selling drugs. That's right, and he took me, and they had this man that was selling drugs, dealing drugs. I'm at the house, and so he takes me, and we go somewhere, and I'm seeing him dealing these drugs and everything. Just listen. So as I see him there. Yeah, it was, I want to say crack cocaine, but it was drugs. But anyway, so I get back in the house, and in the house they have this woman and her daughter. Now they have on coats. They have coats on, and they're watching this television program. But I'm not. They're watching a television program. That's what they're doing. And I don't know what program they'll watch, but they're really interested in this program. So, but they're already dressed, their coats on, they're ready for the leave. So after they watched their program, another one coming on, but they got up and left before another one come, because if they watch it, they would be sitting all day. That's what I mean. That's what it said in the dream. So if they watch it, they will be sitting all day. So that's, just give it to you like the Lord God give it to me. I'll repeat the dream, then go on to the next dream. Like I said, all I can do is tell you, give it to you like the Lord God said. I'll go around the corner now. I go up make a left on one corner, start with a J, and then go right on the next corner, start with a B. And they have the man stand on the corner of the B at the L Street and the B Street. And he's white hair, old white Jim, white hair. And he have a cabinet, drawers at the top, cabinet at the bottom. He had the cabinet open and he's selling it for $25. So next scene, I went in this house. I went in the house and had this man, and he took me with him. They had the woman and her daughter still in the house, but he took me somewhere and watched me, and I watched him sell the drugs. That's why I see him, watch him sell the drugs. So after he give the people the drugs, now I ain't see no money or nothing like that's changed. I'm just telling what he was doing. See him give the people the drugs. So next thing I'm back in the house with the woman and her daughter, but they have on coats. They have on coats. I guess the coats might have been gray coats on too. But both of them are on coats, so they're sitting down watching a television program. So as soon as the television program go off, another one come on. But before that, when that one come on, they stand up and they start walking down the street and say they have to leave because if they stay there and watch that program, they'll be sitting there all day. So that's what it is. So excuse me. But anyway, so that was that dream. So next dream, man, that's what I do on the Sabbath day. On the Sabbath, I do as thus say the Lord God. I rest. But one time I wasn't resting on the Sabbath day. One time I used to get up on God's Holy Covenant day, and this one time I get up there like and talk, teach you that Sunday is the covenant, but that's a lie. But anyway, so I get up. I used to get up and just go work and do everything else, do everything on God's covenant day. That's how you do. So when I learned of the Sabbath day, so I started keeping the Sabbath day, get up in the morning, go to church and leave church and go to the rigmarole, food and all like that you had been paid the day before. Then after that, during the evening time, I go right back to church, waiting for the Sabbath to end. So when the Sabbath ends, I'm going out to the nightclubs and doing everything else what everybody else doing, partying and all that stuff. That's right. But because I didn't know about God's holy covenant. All I knew, 7-day Adventist, 7-day, I tell you, 7-day Adventist. And they say, well, go ask Elijah, and he tells you that you ain't no good, you're rotten, you're no good, and you're low down, and you're going to pay for that because you laid God people straight. But anyway, so that's what they did. And you wind yourself, now they want you to expect yourself about this, some of the wickedest people that you ever want to meet. So anyway, they want you to be doctors, lawyers, teachers, and be the height of anything and any skill, whatever you want to do. Why? So you can make sure you can bring them in your tithes and your offering. That's all they want. That's right. And they only want certain type of people in those churches. In the 7 days, they want on certain type of people. So they say, like Dr. Barth, look at, we got so many nurses, we got so many doctors, we got so many lawyers, but you got so many liars too. Boy. But anyway, so that's what it is. So I didn't know nothing about it. So next thing you know, I'm out of that. Yeah, because man, when the Lord God revealed the truth unto you, man, you can't stay in that. When God revealed the truth, you can't stay in that. You can't live a lie. Most people can't live a lie. Now, those who fall into that and pumped up and proud and all that foolishness, well, they can deal with that. I can't deal with that because I have to be into the truth. Once the truth revealed on me, I'm not going to keep on doing it. That's why God says, seem to show mercy of King David. Because once King David did something and found out that it's wrong, and God sent his prophet, somebody tell David that you're wrong. King David go in there, put on sackcloth and ash and pray for his sins and everything. But he just didn't pray for his sins. He prayed for our sins also. Because he knew that if he was doing it, he had somebody else out there doing it too, man. You got to understand what's going on. All I can do is give it to you like he had been given to me. But back to the story I had. So, but when I learned about God's holy covenant, I started keeping this covenant, and I just was obedient. I didn't question it, just did it. I didn't ask God why. No, I didn't ask him why, I just did it. And after I did it, then he showed me what he was doing, some of it anyway. Some things he still, he have to wait for it to come. He showed me what he was doing, then he gave me a blessing. And then after I did that, I went and did it again. Then he did, when I finished that tax, he gave me another blessing. Then he added things on to me. So when I first started out with this paper, man, it was crucial. I mean, it's crucial. All I had to do was give out 300 in that city. And then after I gave 300 in that city, I just went and relaxed and thought it was over with. Don't work like that. Don't work like that. Yeah. Because I had went to, when I came back from that piece of dirt, Israel came over from a piece of dirt and did certain things. I said, oh, well, now it's over. Lord God, that voice came and said, you haven't even begun. or you just begun. Something like that. Boy, I said, man. And then, but I'm telling you, man, get that paper, man. Go take your time. Once you get back in the Bible forever covenant, and you want God to give you something, but you're not doing. We're gonna get into that too. But you're not doing nothing. This might be a couple of you, but you're not doing anything. Okay, okay. I have about 3 more dreams left to you. But let's just make the video a little longer. How about that? How we do that? But you want God to do something, but you're not doing anything. You're not doing nothing. You're doing what those people tell you, going to work and paying your tithes and offering. But that's not of God. That is of man. All right, I'm going to read. As a matter of fact, I can read that to you right now. Jesus tells you that, man. You listening to that? We go into this book, The Gnostic Gospel. See that book? The Gnostic Gospel by Thomas, Mary, and John. And we go in the Gospel I'll tell you who the Gospel. Yeah, because Jesus tell you, man, the Lord God tell you going to the Gospels of Thomas. And Jesus be telling you things, man, you just going to page 20 on the Gnostic Gospel. And we go into page 20, and we go into, I only have one chapter in this book, so we go into verse 113. We're going to read verse 113. His disciples say to him, when will the kingdom come? Jesus said, it will not come by waiting for it. Boy, I laughed. I really laughed when he said that. Jesus said it would not come by waiting for it. It would not be a matter of saying, here it is or there it is. Rather, the kingdom of the Father is spread out upon the earth, and men do not see it. And that's true. The kingdom of the Father is spread out on earth, and men do not see it. And who is the kingdom? All right, you don't see it. But you do. If you don't do it, man, don't do it because being obedient. Just be obedient. Wisdom teaches tell us and show us how to be obedient. We're doing it because just like Adam and Eve, that's how when you start questioning things, you'll get in trouble. But if you just go do it, walk out on faith and just do it, you're going to get blessed. All I can do is give it to you like the Lord God give it to me. All right, so that's what I say. I'll repeat that and then we go. His disciples said to him, when will the kingdom come? Jesus said, it will not come by waiting for it. It will not be a matter of saying, here it is or there it is. Rather, the kingdom of the Father is spread out upon the earth, and the men do not see it. So if you've been following me, you should have an idea about what that is. All right. Man, all I can do is give it to you like it gives. So now let's go to page 19 since we own this. Page 19. This is verse 100. They showed Jesus a gold coin and said to him, Caesar's men demand taxes from us. Now, I know you have read this in the Holy Bible, but let's listen to what Thomas' Gospel said. They showed Jesus a gold coin and said, Caesar's men demand taxes from us. He said to them, give Caesar what belongs to Caesar. Give God what belongs to God, and give me what is mine. And see, there are other two, and now in the other gospel, they don't tell you that. But that last part, give me what is mine. Man. And what the Lord God said, the earth is mine and the fullness of that and can't deal with. So when you go in this paper right here, not by might, not by power, but by my spirit, and you go to Psalms chapter 24, verse 1. Let's go there. Let's go there. There's going to be 2 videos, man. Let's Psalms chapter 24. Now, this is on not by might, not by power. Psalms chapter 24. Let's go there because I'm just all I can do is give it to you like the Lord God has given to me. Psalms chapter 24, verse 1. The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, the world and they that dwell in it. See it? I'll read it to you again. The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, the world and they that dwell in it. And that's what the Lord God said. I told you, you can't get back in the bonds forever covenant and not know the truth. You can't do it, bro. It's impossible. You got, man, you can't do it. Now, you might not do the truth, but you're going to know the truth. I'm just telling you like that. So, and Jesus said, give me mine. I'm going to say, they sold Jesus a golden coin and said to him, Caesar, men demand taxes of us. And he said, give Caesar what belongs to Caesar and give God what belongs to God and give me what is mine. The earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof, and the people that dwell in it. Man, all I can do is give it to you like the Lord God given it to me. So all those scriptures the Lord God had me to write down and things, and I told you when you go read this paper, when you read here and go through those texts and everything on there, the Lord God gave it to me. Either he brought it to me in a dream or showed it to me in an audible voice, and he just made me go through it. That's what the Lord God did. So, and then when I had something wrong on there, he corrected me and told me, because I had Isaiah chapter 65, the 2 years. So when I had 2 years, that's when the Lord God sent me the dream and told me that, it told me that nothing started November, everything started November the 10th, 2017. That's so you on that timeline. But now, like I said, all you have is within 3 years. That's all you have left within 3 years. So if I'm telling you all you have left within 3 years, let's see. Because the Lord God gave me that. I mean, everything I give you, the Lord God didn't give it to me. And gonna have another part to this video. I mean, you have to figure it out. So let's see. Let's see. Well, all I can do keep giving it to him. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Now let's go to I want to say Book of Hosea. That's what I'm trying to get to, the Book of Hosea. Let's see if I'm gonna have it in the book today. No, it's not gonna be in the Book of Hosea. It's in the Book of Hosea, but when it's written in another day. After 3 days, after the 3rd day. Let's see if it have it in there. Because you don't understand, right? Let's go. We're going to Hosea chapter 6. Hosea chapter 6. That's where we're going at. Hosea chapter 6. I'm gonna have another video. I'm gonna have another video. Because it's important that you have this, what I have to tell you this morning. And it's long, and I don't want you to be too an hour where you can listen to it, and people that listen to it can get up, do their things, and come back. So we're going to Hosea chapter 6. It's a short one, so let's go. I might read the whole thing. Let's go. Come, let us return unto the Lord, from whom have torn, he will heal us. And he has smitten, and he will bind us up. After 2 days, he will revive us, and the 3rd day he will raise us up and shall live in his sight. So, do you understand that? I didn't need them. But once you get back in the bond of forever covenant, and the Lord God start teaching you, and the Holy Spirit come and teach you, lead you in all truth and righteousness for his name's sake. Well, let me explain this. After 2 days, he will revive. So 2 days mean what? 2 years. And I told you within 3 years, right? So that would say after 2 days, he will revive us. That means 2 years. And in the 3rd day, which is the 3rd year, he will raise up, and we shall live in his what? Sight. And so you can't live in the Lord's sight unless what? He is there with you. So, man, people keep telling you, over and over again, and over the end of the world. But it's not like that. It's not like that. All right. Then shall you know if we follow on to know the Lord, his going forth is prepared as the morning should come unto us as the rain, and the latter and former rain on earth. So what happened? What happened when the rain came? What happened? So you got the right. I'm just all I can do is give it to you like the given. If you start in the word of God, you know the word of God, you know, and he should come unto us as the rain. Without you knowing that rain came down as the latter rain and the former rain unto the earth. O Ephraim, what shall I do unto you? O Judah, what shall I do unto thee? For your goodness is as the morning cloud, and as the early dew it goeth away. Therefore I have hewn thee by the prophets, and I have slain them by the words of my mouth. So when I tell you, thus say the Lord, woe, woe, say the Lord, that's what he's telling you. By the word, just like I'm giving you this paper right here. Not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, say the Lord. That's what that means. And the judgments are as the light that goeth forth. I desire mercy and not sacrifice, and the knowledge of God more than the burnt offering. And that's what you're not doing, man. You're not doing that. You go into these church house, synagogue, sanctuary, and everything. And when you give it, what you're doing, offering sacrifice, burnt offering and sacrifice to God. But God wants you to know the knowledge of God. And that's why I keep telling you. So you can go there in one of these books that I have been telling you over here. You go to the books and it's found there, it's found there. And you can lead that path. You can lead that path, the book of Enoch. And that's where I was really supposed to be starting off at you in the book of Enoch. But you know how I tell you, I might start off one way and the Lord God bring me to a whole different way. Why? Because there's someone there that need to hear this message. There's someone there that might only hear this thing, be able to hear this one time. Might not never ever hear it again, but know that it's the truth and know what they need to do. Okay, well, that's all I can do is try to explain to you best. So let's go. I'll read verse 6 again, and then we're gone. For I desire the mercy and not sacrifice, and the knowledge of God more than the burnt offering. But they, like men, have transgressed the covenant. See, that's a covenant, that's a forever covenant. And there have they dealt treacherously against me. Who treacherously against who? God. But they, like men, have transgressed the covenant. There have they dealt treacherously against me. And that's the Lord God telling me. Yeah, because that's what you have. Why do you think we're in slavery? Why? No, can't say slavery. Why do you think we're in this captivity? Why? Okay. Gilgal, and that's another thing. That's the Lord God. The Lord God said captivity. Everything I read says captivity. The Lord God said, I'm bringing out this captivity. You're not in slavery, you're in the captivity, though. And these people, that's why they bring it up like that. That's why they say slavery. Oh, you're not a slave. No, but you're still in a captivity. You ain't got to be a slave to be in captivity. All right, so that's why the Lord God tells you. Man, stop letting these people dumb you down, man. Get in the word of the Lord God, and what the Lord God gives you, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. That's what the Lord God gives you. But you want to go get an education. Okay, well, you go ahead and keep on getting educated. I was there too. I got educated too, learning how to speak a certain way, bend my tongue and all that foolishness, but you're still killing God's people. You're still robbing us. Well, let's finish reading this now. And the Lord God gonna tell you what you're doing. Okay. Gilgal is a city of them that work iniquity and is polluted with blood. And the troops and of the robbers wait for a man. So the company of the priests murder in the way by consent, for they commit lewdness. Let's repeat that. And as troops of robbers wait for a man, so the company of priests murder in a way by consent, for they commit lewdness. I have seen a horrible thing in the house of Israel, where there's whoredom of Ephraim. Israel is defiled. See what I'm saying? Now I can say, let's change it up. Let's talk about the priests of dirt. But they say the house of Israel, that's the people. Let's talk about us. I have seen a horrible thing in the house of Israel. There's a whoredom of Ephraim. Israel is defiled. Also, O Judah, he has sent a harvest for thee when I return the captivity of my people. See that again? Also, O Judah, I have set a harvest for thee when I return the captivity of my people. So that's what this is about. Not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, say the Lord of hosts. We're going to get deeper into it, but get that paper, man, and get back in the bonds forever coming. Or you might be back already in the bonds of forever coming and just need something else. So, man, this on this world and get the 300 copies, man. Let me read that to you, then I'll go into the next video. Let me say it there because you need to know that, man. You need to know what's going on, bro. Okay, it's in the book of Isaiah. Both of them. What I want to read you is in the book of Isaiah. So let me read this to you. Now, I read this to you in another video. So those who keep up with me. Anyway, keep up with the law of God, the word of God. It's not me, it's the word of the law of God. That's what you're keeping up with. So don't think that don't think you're keeping up with me. You're keeping up with law of God's prophet as he brings forth the law. It's more to me than just that. But I'm just trying to explain to you now as far as now what it says. The law of God's prophet, man. Keep up with that. All right, so let's go. I mean, I'm not gonna read all. I read all to you before, but let's go. All right. I just explained to you. About not by my part. I told you it's 300 copies. All right, so let's find out. For thou hast broken the yoke of his burden, and staff of his shoulder, the rod of his oppressor, as the day what? And Midian. For every battle of the warrior is what? Confused noise and garments rolled and barred. But this shall be what? A burning and a fuel of fire. Not by might, nor by power, but by my spirit. So let's go. So you know in the day of how many it took? 300. So get your 300 copies, man. Send your 300 copies out there. You know, but make sure it's only 300. Make sure it's only 300 and make sure you only have in that whatever city or state, wherever you at, just make sure you deliver 300. All right. And the Lord of hosts shall stir up a scourge from him according to this is it. This is what I'm telling you. All right. For yet, well, let's read. For yet a very little while the indignation shall cease, and my anger is their destruction. The Lord of hosts shall stir up a scourge for him according to the slaughter of Midian, as at the rock of Orbed, and as his ride upon the sea, so shall he lift it up after the manner of Egypt. And it shall come to pass in that day that the burden shall be taken away from off thy shoulder, and his yoke from off thy neck, and the yoke shall be destroyed because of thy anointing. So there's more to it than that, but I'm just letting you know what that means. So let's go. Let's go. Well, okay. So I'm just giving it to you as the Lord God had given it to me because I just did it. I just did it. And after I did it, Lord God showed me what I was doing. So this is not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, said the Lord of hosts. And they're going to have another video after this one. I'm going to have another video after this one. You know you have. But so until next time, I am Elijah.